you, thank you, thank you. Leave it to my family to embarrass me. But first, we want to thank everybody that thought it not robbery to come out on tonight to hear what our city has accomplished thus far and where we are headed. I see a lot of familiar faces in the house. First, I want to give honor to my beautiful wife. She back there, y'all. My beautiful wife, who sticks right with me through everything, who allows y'all to borrow me when I'm not at home. To my mother, my father, thank you for your support. My brothers, my sisters, my aunts, my uncles, my godmother's here. And to all of you in your respectable places, I want to give a shout out to the best commission in life. The best commission in life. Vice Mayor Natasha Irvin. That's the one who I was running against during this election, me and her husband, with these signs. To Dr. Shirlene Bass, Commissioner Dr. Shirlene Bass. To Commissioner Kelly, we honor you on. And to the lady that threw the gavel at me, Commissioner, former Mayor Veronica Williams. And everybody knows that this state of the city, or the things that happen in Opa-locka, could not happen if we didn't have a good staff. So to our charter officers, our city manager, Mr. Darvin Williams, to our city attorney, Ms. Bernadette Weeks, to our city clerk, and to everyone else in their respectable places, because y'all know it's a very long list. It's a very long list. So we're going to jump. If we was in church, we'd say we'd jump right into the Word of God. But we're not in church, so we're going to jump right into the speech. So fellow members of the commission, Vice Mayor, commissioners, to our charter officers, our fellow residents, and business owners of the city of Opa-locka, I am humbled to stand before you as your mayor to report that despite what some may say, I can proudly and confidently declare that the state of our city is solid and strengthening. I am excited because I stand on the shoulders of so many great mayors that came before me, like the Honorable Albert Tresvant, who was the first black mayor of the city of Opa-locka. Mayor Willie Logan, the youngest mayor of Opa-locka. Mayor Helen Miller, the first female mayor of Opa-locka. Mayor John Riley. By the way, Mayor John Riley called me the other day and told me that the only way he was going to come is if he was on program to do a solo. But I see he found him, because I hung up on him. But I see he found himself to 780 Fisherman Street on today. We have Mayor Robert Ingram, who also served on the school board. We have Mayor Alvin Miller, who's the son of former Mayor Helen Miller, and the brother of Commissioner Gail Miller. We have Mayor Joseph Kelly, who is the former mayor, and the son of Commissioner Ollie B. Kelly. We have my political and millennial brother, Matthew Pygott, and we have Veronica Williams, who serves with me today, but best of all, this is the one I voted for. The rest of y'all I helped out, but this is the one I gave my vote to my beautiful mother, Mayor Dr. Lady Myra L. Taylor. Since our founding, we have always had visionary leaders who saw bright opportunities here in Opa-locka. I am not about to preach, Dr. Bass. She said, he's about to preach, y'all. Gun Curtis, as a pioneer in aviation, from a bird's eye view, saw vacant land through a unique lens, created it and called it Opa-locka. With only 7 municipalities birthed before us in Miami-Dade County, Glenn Curtis's ultimate goal was to build a city destined to be different. We were not built like everyone. We weren't built to look like everybody. We wasn't built to stand like everybody. And we wasn't created to be around everybody. We were literally built to stand out. As we travel through the streets of Opa-locka, you can literally see those great works of art. You will find beautiful construction buildings and most beautiful buildings in South Florida, like the Wheeler House that was constructed in 1926 that still stands today. And that house was built by the second mayor of the great city of Opa-locka. As the beacon in the center of the city, our historic City Hall was meticulously constructed with attention given to every detail, from the doors to the floors, from the domes to the soaring towers, from the chandeliers to the windows. Everything was meticulously and hand-picked out and placed in its proper place. This building was created with purpose and passion to be the most majestic governmental structure known to man. Glenn Curtis built historic City Hall to be a symbol of how high Opa-locka could soar, but yet somehow we allowed it to become an eyesore. But I'm proud to say, as your mayor, that we have finally opened up the request for proposal process to restore the magic back into that jewel. Finally, after so many years, that building will be rebirthed and restored to house our history and to be a center of our pride and our culture. We bring in City Hall back. City Hall housed our chambers, as most of you all know. But today we cut the ribbon to our new chambers, and we did that with Mr. Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, are you here? This is the guy that turned, if y'all knew what this room looked like, 2 weeks ago, this was a school. This was a school. But because of vision and that man right there, and Miss Adelina Gross, they turned it into what you see on tonight. 26 years ago today, on January 27, 1997, the Honorable Mayor Robert B. Ingram delivered his State of the City speech on this very day, reminding us that vision is a necessary ingredient for leadership, because continuing to keep our city headed in the right direction requires contending with constitutional demands, election results, personnel restrictions, and a myriad of other obstacles that can make a governmental rescue operation seem like a mission impossible. But I can confidently say that the team that's currently leading this city can make what seems impossible possible. Now, y'all know, was once a city that people would literally say that they were afraid to visit because they might get shot. Is now becoming a city where the sound of gunshots are rare, and the very day is full of opportunities for a shot at a better life. So thanks to our police department, under the leadership of Mr. Chief Scott Israel, and everybody in that department, we have reduced crime by 30% since 2019. And this statistic will only improve as we deploy the Shot Spotter program, continue participating in interagency task force to stop human trafficking and crime across our community. Here in Opa-locka, what we understand is that in order for an organization to get the best out of its people, you must invest. That's why we have supplied our officers with state-of-the-art equipment. We gave them up-to-date cars, and thanks to the funding secured by our state legislators in Tallahassee, we have begun working on building a new police station that will be housed right here in our City Hall. And all of that will be completed by the end of this year. But one of the major and best accomplishments that was completed by this commission was that after over a decade, we finally signed the PBA contract and passed that negotiation. And what does that mean? Our officers got a raise. And one of the great things that the chief brings to Opa-locka is community policing. His job, as he always said, I'm not here to police. What I want to do is bring trust back into the community. So what he's been doing is he's been having community outreach programs where he teaches people what to do during crimes, what to do if you see a gun, how to act if you see a police officer. He's been doing those conversations, having those classes throughout our city. And we have our community police officer, community police department. And what their job is to do, they go out and have conversations with our community in order to instill that trust back into our community. We want a community where the police is not feared, but respected. And that's what our police department is doing here in the city of Opa-locka. Because we have some of the most beautiful buildings in Opa-locka, we have a collective responsibility to protect that beauty. This is our home, and we have to take care of it. That's why this commission has made beautification a top priority and is developing a strategic plan to institute a regular maintenance schedule that will keep our community clean on a regular basis. And we're not stopping there. We're not stopping there. We recognize that it's not just on the businesses and not just on the community, but the city has to do our part as well. We have to have some TLC to our buildings that we seem to have let go down into despair. So what are we doing on our part? We're redoing our gateway signs. That way when you walk in Opa-locka or drive through Opa-locka, park in Opa-locka, you see that there's something different in Opa-locka. But unfortunately, there are some that rides through our city that don't believe in keeping our city clean. They think that Opa-locka is their personal trash can. They drive through our city, they dump their tires. They drive through our city, they dump their equipment. They drive through our city and they dump their trash right here in our community. But I can say this to the illegal dumpers in Opa-locka, you've met your match. With our multi-department illegal dumping task force created in a large part thanks to former Mayor Veronica Williams, the illegal dumping... Now this is her part, y'all. I'm finna say her state of the city real quick. The illegal dumping task force has installed cameras in all of the hotspot areas in our community. We have offered awards to our citizens that if you see something, you say something. And we're gonna pay you if you give us that tip. So, now y'all don't start calling just saying, I seen trash. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. We got a limited budget. Give us the love them. Mayor Williams said, good job. We've made and saved and encouraged and burdensome costs for illegal dumping cleanups to the tune of at least $15,000 of taxpayers' money per month because of that task force. And then when y'all watch that commission meeting, y'all know one thing she said was, if you see them dumping, I don't care what you do, you find them, arrest them, but get them out of this city. We're keeping our city clean. We understand that one of the major challenges in Opa-locka that Opa-locka faced was financial emergency. And that is what led us to being under the financial oversight of the governor. And I'm not going to tell you a story, but yes, we are still under financial oversight. But I can proudly say that we as a city has improved drastically. And it's been hard. It's been really hard. But we are finally in recovery mode. And one of the challenges in that financial issue, or burden, if you will, was staffing. But I am happy to finally stand before you and say that we have hired our first finance director in 5 years. We've hired our first procurement officer in 8 years. That's an accomplishment here. We've hired a plethora of permanent senior accountants and hired accounts payable specialists, and we are now engaging with Mr. Brunson and his team for financial and internal audit support. So thanks to Ms. Walker, our finance team is almost full to capacity. And because of the hard work and dedication and those long nights, we will leave here at 10 o'clock and the finance department is up there working. If you drive past at sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning, Ms. Walker is in her office, Ms. Brandon is in her office, and they are working. And because of those long nights and dedication, our finance team has booked $17 million in surplus at the end of fiscal year 2022. We have budgeted revenues of $54 million. And the best part of that, y'all, is we finally got money in our reserve. Opa-locka is moving in the right direction. I ran for mayor on a promise to build a better Opa-locka together. Because I know, and Ms. Russell always say, it takes collaboration and partnerships to get anything done. So what have we been doing in Opa-locka for our residents and our business owners? What we've been doing is making sure and ensuring that our business owners were equipped with what they need in order to succeed and be successful throughout the boundaries of the city of Opa-locka. And you saw that when the flea market closed its doors 8 months ago, and it was all of a sudden. But we, the commission, felt that it was necessary for us to jump in at that time. So what did we do? We provided $500 grants for every vendor that was moving into the new space provided here in the city of Opa-locka. So what was once an outdoor flea market, Opa-locka turned it into what? An indoor flea market. During that relocation, nearly 7 businesses, new businesses, relocated to that space, and those that were there, the 200 remain. So that's a good thing that Opa-locka is doing for our businesses. What else are we doing in Opa-locka? Through our CRA, through our commission, we've gave and provided up to $10,000 worth of grants for new businesses. We've highlighted new businesses, bringing customers to their doorstep. In addition to educational workshops, we even brought Durham into the city to help residents that were struggling to even get Durham to pick up the phone. We're trying to navigate a better system here in the great city of Opa-locka. And I also told y'all when I was running that one of the things that I wanted to do was ensure that the permitting process was simpler in Opa-locka. So what does that mean? We have digitized the city, which will be going live soon. So you will be able soon in the future to pull a permit in Opa-locka online. We are committed to our businesses and our residents. Booker T. Washington's wisdom helps us to understand the promise of our actions. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one is reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. Success indeed comes in different forms at different times for different people, but the sweetest success comes when brothers and sisters let teamwork make the dream work. So I personally want to give a shout out to our county mayor, Daniela Levine Carver. I met with her a couple weeks ago. I'm going to let y'all know why. I met with her a couple weeks ago. And she said, what does Opa-locka need to be successful? And y'all know me. Y'all, I don't mind begging, I don't mind asking. So when she opened that door, I gave her a laundry list of things we needed in Opa-locka. And she said, you know what? I'm going to commit myself to that city. I'm going to give my full commitment of support. So I walked out of that meeting knowing that we had an advocate in the mayor's office. So thank you, Mayor Carver, for allowing one of your top aides, Miss Melanie Burke, who is, all of you know Miss Melanie Burke. She is the liaison between the city of Opa-locka and all of the county departments. For some weird reason, when I made that request, Mayor Levine Carver had me booked and busy. We had a meeting with this department, this department, that department, and everything that the city has asked for, she said yes to. So, Miss Melanie Burke, I want to thank you. But the best part is what the mayor gave us, is that in Opa-locka, this is what she's committed to, that in Opa-locka, in the near future, our residents, especially our seniors and our special needs community, will have an ease of access to vital programming and resources in a direct way in Opa-locka like never before. So thank you, Madam Mayor and Ms. Burke, for seeing the bright opportunities in our city. Now, if I was in church, I would say, I'm getting ready to close, y'all. Put me in the key of B flat. Commissioner Kelly said, before we leave, we need the offering. But listen, we are all passengers on Opa-locka flight 1926. And we have made connection with a control tower. We have been given clearance to take off. Our engine is strong. This is your captain speaking, and I'm saying fasten your seatbelts and get ready to take off in this city like never before. Get ready to witness as we renew, as we rebirth, as we reestablish, and as we rebuild the moral standards and trust back into this community. So I want to welcome you once, welcome you twice, and welcome you all to the new city of Opa-locka. Now to be known, the city of bright opportunity.